Hey everybody, welcome. Sweet Willy's Kitchen. Yes, it's a beautiful Saturday morning here in New Jersey, late August. Yes, it's Saturday. Mother Nature had some different plans for me this morning by dumping an inch of rain before it was time to tee off. So we decided to not play today, and I have to catch up on some videos. I was a little lax because the weather's been good. Work's been busy and everything's been, that's no excuse. Anyway, long story short, we have another knife review today, and we're going to put it through its paces. And it is an 8-inch chef knife from HOSHANHO. I hope I'm pronouncing that. HOSHANHO. Okay. And this is, we'll put the link down below before, and this is their Loong series. And when I read the back here, there's a little bit about this. They say Loong is a symbol of happiness and success in Eastern countries. Loong series represents the best wishes to our customers. That's always good. Home cooks is a great profession, and cooking is a happy activity. HOSHANHO specializes in producing knives, helps you achieve family happiness and career balance. There's a lot to be said for that, folks. In my world, in sales, there's a lot of creativity we have to do, but in a lot of cases it's servicing the customer, and it's something that we like to do. Cooking for me is an outreach of my creativity. It's my creative outlet, if you would. Okay, finding new recipes and sharing them with you, and in the process, people watch these videos, companies watch these videos and say, "Hey, how'd you like to do a review of one of our products?" So as you can see, lately it's been a lot of knives, and that's cool because I dig knives. I have my knives that I've had over the years. And lately I've been, experimenting with some other knives, as you've seen. And this is just another example of a nice quality knife. So let's just get into this, okay? It's in a wonderful, wonderful case. Comes out. This one gives us your classic silhouette chef's knife, okay? Carbon steel, high polish. And this is an 8-inch, the Loong series. I love that. It's got a really nice edge to it, high polish finish, and the wood handle looks like a full tang that goes through here, and that's always good. Full tang is probably a cap on this, so it's nice, and it has a nice weight to it. It's, again, we've talked about this in the past. And over the years, I've done a number of knives. Some are more heavier than others, and this one is in that mid to heavier range. And it's a grip. The grip is sculptured in, and it just feels good. It's got a nice feel to it. It's not too heavy, and again, not too light. As Goldilocks would say, it's just right. So Again, I can't stress this enough. The chef's knife, the 8-inch chef's knife, is probably the most versatile knife that you'll ever use. We talked about this for many times, and a lot of the sets that I see online that have an Asian flavor to it, their knife sets are no more than 5 knives. You've got your chefs, you've got your serrated, there's your one for chopping vegetables, and usually a paring knife or of that sort, and then maybe one medium size in between. So usually no more than 4 or 5 knives covers everything. So that's something that you're thinking about developing a set. You only need 4 knives. Okay, put some money towards those with a good quality piece of goods. Like most of the knives that I like, and we'll have the link on this knife in below, they're under $100. Okay, under $100, and some even under $79. Personally, I think that between $30 and $100 is a nice space for a chef's knife like this. This is one that you're going to be using most of the time. So overall, I think it's like the rosewood handle. It fits nice in the hand. This little flute up to the top, keeps a good contour. So overall, a great knife, a good all-around knife, and something that you might want to consider down the road. If you like the color of the handle, it's a dark rosewood. It just feels good. I like it. I like it a lot. So for today's demonstration, we're just going to put it through its paces. I'm making a vegetarian chili, and a number of cool things about vegetarian chili. If you want to cut down on your red meat or any type of meat consumption, the use of vegetables and beans, good source of protein. It's light, and down the road, if you feel yourself compelled, you know what? You fry up some ground beef, chicken, or whatever. Get that going. You mix this in with your meat, and if you felt the need to have beef chili, there you go. Or what I've done with this, I just put it on hot dogs and makes a great chili dog. So we're going to do that. So I'm going to put this through its paces, and then we'll put the assemble that, and we're going to use everything with this knife. So I'm going to clean this knife, recalibrate the camera to get it down to the chopping board, and we'll run it through its paces, and then we'll assemble the chili. I'm going to be using my pressure cooker here. Took a class at our community college, and they got us familiar with all the different settings. This one that you may have seen in the past, this guy has a chili setting. So once you turn it on, you turn the chili, hit it. It takes about 30 minutes, and voila. But that being said, so that's the story. So again, we're going to be using the HOSHANHO 8-inch chef's knife to do the preparation for the vegetables, and I'm going to be right back and recalibrate the camera, wash the knife, and we'll get going. Okay, we're back. All right, here's our knife, our 8-inch chef's knife. And like I said, we're going to have we'll have the link to the knife in the description. But good sound, good and solid. So we're going to start with the basics of this chili here, all right? And we're going to start off with, I've got 10 cloves of garlic, all right? And when we do the garlic, I do the smash and chop method, and that way it helps break down the fibers. And for me, this is the true test of any good chef's knife. If I could do this, it's nice. So. Alright, so here we go. We're going to just get this. Like I said, all chef's knives have the curved bottom, so we can give a good chop. It gives that rocking action, which is very good, very desirable. It allows for high-speed dicing, slices, dicing, and juliennes, and all that good stuff. So we're good with that. So one of the recipe that I drew this from is called the best vegetarian chili ever, and it's from a website called Ambitious Kitchen. So that's where I got the video. That's where I got the recipe from. So I have a friend of ours, a friend of the family, Elvira from the Doll Circle, has a vegan lifestyle. So when she comes over, I try to make something special. So I looked this up, and this is what we found. So this garlic looks good. So I'm going to take this all together, put that in. Okay. The next thing is we're going to be dicing into 1/2-inch cubes a sweet potato. The sweet potato is going to give us some body to it, and again, for the slow cooker, we're going to do all right by it. So I'm looking for about a 1/2-inch cubes on this. All right. Start that. Good. Goes through this pretty nicely. Does a good job. Good. So we're looking for that kind of size of a cube. Again, that rocking action gives us some leverage when we're doing this, so we give ourselves a safe, again, we want a safe, clean working surface. Remember, I have said this in the past too, it's very important to keep your knives sharpened. Alright, the most dangerous knife is a non-unsharpened knife, or a dull knife is a dangerous knife, because that's when you find yourself putting undue pressure. You know, this is all very, very effortless. We're just using leverage, nothing is slipping, and we give ourselves a nice cut. All right, let the chefs do that fast speed cutting. They're professionals. That's what they do. All right, I'm sure they can't do what you do for a living, so let them do what they do for a living. You do what you do, but enjoy yourself, but be safe about it. Too many times we've seen people or heard stories of people cutting themselves unjustly. And I want you to add some carrots. Carrots will give some sweetness, so why not, right? We'll use the baby carrots. They're a great snack. So we'll give them a chop about the same size as the, maybe line these up a little bit. There you go, that works. Line these up, a little bunch, give yourself some uniformity. Good. We're going to use about a bag of them. Is that 12 ounces. I'm going to use half the bag, so figure 6 ounces. Or probably the other more difficult. Use your onion. Use a sweet Vidalia onion. Almost like that half-inch chop that we did on the sweet potatoes. Again, it's whatever you like. If you don't like a chunky chili, I like a chunky chili. Good chunks of onion. Again, this is going to be cooked under pressure, so it's not going to be too strong of a flavor. All right, the next is our pepper. Seeds, get the divine vein out of that. Okay. Nice thing about peppers is when you cut, you cut on the rough side, the inside. The skin on the outside of the pepper lint is it's very smooth. So a knife like this doesn't necessarily get much traction. So go where you have the most traction, because you can be nice and safe. You go through there. Again, nice rough chop, about a half-inch, 3/4 of an inch. Again, whatever you feel necessary. Now I use I use green pepper and red pepper, just for some color. All right. Nice, goes right through this nicely. Very nice. Again, a sharp knife. Doesn't mean we have to. You still got to be careful, but again, you're not putting any undue pressure, undue force to cause it to slip. Okay, and last but not least, I have 2 jalapenos that I grew in my garden. So, jalapenos. They're great. They add a nice little heat, but we also fail to realize that they also have a fruity nature to it. So what we do is to get a lot of the heat out with that white membrane that you see and the seeds. That's where the heat is. The heat from the jalapeno has been reduced by taking out these seeds and the veins inside here. So we want to safely take those out. And by doing such, now we can still enjoy a little bit of the heat from the jalapeno to add a little flavor, but we also have the fruitiness of the pepper itself. Again, let's clear that off. I think I'm just going to add 1. I think I'm just going to add 1. You know what? I'm making a double batch. Let's make 2. Alright, so that is the end of the cutting portion. Now we're just going to assemble everything. I'll show you how that's done. But again, we are using the HOSHANHO 8-inch chef's knife. Again, as you can see, this is a great all-purpose knife. We're able to do all our cutting and dicing and chopping with a variety of things such as onions, which are pretty easy. We're able to do peppers, which are pretty easy, and the more difficult things like sweet potatoes and carrots, the root vegetables. I'd say it definitely runs through its paces. So let's get everything together here. I'm going to clean up a little bit, then we'll assemble the chili. Okay. Okay, here we go, folks. We are back. We've got our Instapot or our pressure cooker lined up and ready to go. So let's assemble this together, and I will go over the steps and how to put this together. So we're going to start off with our tomatoes. Okay, I'm going to use a large can, a 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes. We're going to add a 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes. All right, so I like a lot of tomatoes. This is a good opportunity for that. Next, we're going to take a 28-ounce can of black beans. All right, this is where our protein is going to come from. Now, I've already pre-washed and strained and put them back in so I could use this for my demonstration purpose. Once again, cleaned, rinsed, I put them back in the can. These are red kidney beans. So that's our tomatoes and our beans. So we'll get a mix going here. All right. So as you can see, that's where we are with that. Okay. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to put our spices together. So this is our mixture of spice. I'm going to read those off to you. I did 5 tablespoons of chili powder, 2 tablespoons of cumin, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and a pinch of salt. Okay? Now, the recipe that you might see online calls for garlic powder. Instead of garlic powder, I just simply used more fresh garlic. I prefer, that's a personal choice. All right, so I'm going to take that mixture. I'm going to put this in with the semi-wet ingredients and get that mixed up. All right. Next thing I'm going to add is 16 ounces of vegetable broth, and please read your levels if this is a vegan situation that you want to go with. I think there are vegans, but read your labels, what makes it, and what the ingredients to ensure that you can stay with the vegan. Okay, so I mix this up, get the wet ingredients going, get the spices going. We're good here. And then the mixture that we just demonstrated with the chop. So what did we do? We did 2 small sweet potatoes. We did a red pepper, a green pepper, a medium-sized onion, 2 jalapenos, and that's our other vegetables in there. So we're going to add that in. I'm going to mix all that. Oh, and I used 10 cloves of garlic. Forgot the garlic. All right, so got that going. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more liquid to this. Make sure to top this off. Probably going to add the add another 8 ounces. There we go. That's good. Okay. Okay. Get that mixed up. Now, that looks great. That's going to look great on a chili dog. The last item is a 12-ounce bag of corn. Mix the corn in there. If you got fresh corn, good on you. We don't have it yet in New Jersey. It's not seasoned yet. We got a couple more weeks before the corn really starts popping. All right, there we go. That's good. So I'm going to take this, cover the lid safely. And for me, I'm going to just set it to chili. And it's starting. So in about 30 minutes, we're gonna have ourselves some chili. Okay, gang, so the timer is off. We let the steam dissipate. Takes about 5 minutes for the steam to release. We're going to remove the lid. And here we go, everything is cooked. Still got a little boiling going on. And this is fully cooked. All right, it's ready to go now. Here that goes. So that's the finished product. What a good vegetarian chili looks like. You know, there's other ways to thicken it up if you wish, but I like this. It makes for a good piece. So I hope you find that satisfactory, and I hope the recipe gives you good guidance, and you could use your Instapot, or you could actually use your slow cooker. So either way it works. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I hope everybody's doing well. And I want to thank the people from HOSHANHO. Again, I hope I pronounced that properly. And their 8-inch chef knife from the Loong series. The Loong is a symbol of happiness and success in Eastern countries. Loong series presents best wishes to our customers. So, on those words, I want to thank you for watching, and I wish you best to all my viewers. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.